Have you ever heard the story of the girl named Kaima? Kaima was an orphan who, through joy and laughter, defeated spirits unknown. Many years ago, in a popular African village called Enyasi, there lived a girl named Kaima. Her life was not easy. She was an orphan, and from the moment she lost her parents, she knew what it meant to suffer. Her uncle took her in, but instead of caring for her like his own child, he treated her like a servant. She would wake up before dawn to fetch water from the stream, sweep the compound, and cook for the entire household. If she made the slightest mistake, she would be beaten with a cane until her back burned. Her uncle's wife was also very wicked. She called Kaima names, insulted her late parents' memory, and reminded her every day that she was not wanted. Kaima was often sent to bed hungry, while her cousins ate to their fill. Many nights she cried quietly in the dark, wondering if her life would ever change. Sometimes she ran to the bush to hide, just so she could escape the harsh words and endless chores. The other children in the village mocked her, calling her the unwanted one. But Kaima was not like other children. Even in her pain, she carried something unusual inside her. At times, she would speak of things that had not yet happened, and days later, those things came to pass. Once, she told her cousin not to climb a certain tree because it would break, and that same day, the branch snapped and the boy fell, though he was not badly hurt. Another time, she warned her aunt that heavy rains would spoil their yam barn, and indeed, a flood came and washed away the harvest. People whispered about her. Some said she was cursed. Others feared her and avoided her. To many, she was just a strange, unwanted orphan. Her life changed when the village jester, a man named Idu, noticed her. Idu was known all over Enyasi for bringing laughter to every gathering. He painted his face, told jokes, and did tricks that made even the chief smile. He was liked by many in the village because he was a good man. He had a soft heart. He saw Kaima walking in the village one day, hungry and tired. He felt pity for her and decided to take her under his care. Idu went to the village chief and asked for permission to adopt her. The chief, though unsure, agreed, perhaps because he also pitied the Kaima. From that day, Kaima lived with Idu, and though life was still not perfect, she found kindness for the first time in years. Idu fed her, protected her, and made her laugh when she wanted to cry. He taught her that even in sorrow, one could find reasons to smile. With Idu, Kaima began to grow stronger, and her gift, the strange ability to see what was coming, never left her. It grew even sharper. Soon, her visions were too clear to be denied, and though some still doubted her, many began to take her words seriously. One evening, as the sun was setting behind the palm trees, Kaima felt her heart grow heavy. She saw a shadow sweeping across the village in a vision, and immediately, she ran to Idu. "Uncle," she called him, "something terrible is coming. A spirit is on its way to Enyasi." Idu frowned, was shocked. It was unusual for her to see such, but he trusted her gift. He took her to the village chief and the elders. At first, they shook their heads. How can a little girl know what even our diviners have not seen? But Kaima's eyes shone with certainty. "If we are not prepared," she said, "this spirit will destroy us all." That night, the people gathered in the square. Drums were silent. Torches burned low. Fear filled the air. At first, nothing happened. Then, from the forest, a strange light appeared. It grew brighter, pulsing like fire in the ground. From that light stepped a tall figure, dark but glowing, with no face, yet a voice that filled the air. "I am Erebo," it thundered, "the spirit of forgotten grief. I have walked through many lands, and now I have come to Enyasi. Your joy will fade, your crops will wither, your children will cry. I will feed on your sorrow until there is nothing left." The villagers screamed and fell to their knees. The warriors tried to raise their spears, but their hands shook. Mothers held their children tight. The chief, though afraid, asked the spirit what it wanted. Erebo answered, "Your despair is mine. Resist me, and I will break you," Erebo said before it disappeared. The ground shook, trees bent, and shadows stretched like snakes across the land. Many thought their end had come, but Kaima stepped forward. Her small body trembled, yet her voice was steady. "You cannot fight this spirit with weapons," she cried. "It grows stronger with fear and sorrow. If we give in, it wins. The only way to defeat it is to stand together with courage, laughter, and hope. We must not give it what it wants." Some of the elders scoffed. "How do we fight with laughter? How do we face doom with songs?" But Idu shouted above them all, "Have you not seen this child's visions come true? She speaks truth. If we listen, we may yet survive." The chief, after a long silence, agreed. "Then tell us what to do, Kaima." For 3 days, Kaima led the people in preparation. She told the drummers to play songs of joy, not war. She told the women to dress in bright colors, as if for a festival. She told the children to practice dances, and the men to gather torches to light up the square. Though they did not fully understand, they obeyed. The village became alive with laughter, singing, and food, even though danger lurked nearby. When the 4th night came, Erebo returned. This time it stepped boldly into the village. Its presence made the air heavy, and people struggled to breathe. It roared, "You dare to mock me with your dancing? You dare to sing in the face of doom?" But the drums grew louder. Women danced. Children clapped and stomped their feet. Idu danced like never before, making even the bravest warriors laugh through their fear. Erebo raised its arms, and shadows slithered toward the people. Kaima ran to the front. Her heart pounded, but she shouted, "We will not fear you. We will not give you our sorrow. We choose joy. We choose unity. We choose hope." The villagers repeated her words, louder each time. Joy, unity, hope. Erebo screamed, the ground cracked, and darkness poured like a river. But the villagers only sang louder. Mothers lifted their babies high. Children laughed and danced. Men stamped their feet in rhythm. Kaima felt the spirit's darkness push against her, trying to remind her of her pain, the beatings, the hunger, the lonely nights. Tears filled her eyes. For a moment she almost gave in, but then she heard Idu's voice. "Kaima, you are stronger than sorrow. Remember who you are. You are not alone anymore. You are the light of Anyasi." She straightened, lifted her mother's cowrie shell, the only thing left of her parents, and held it high. "Erebo," she cried, "this shell carries love. Love is stronger than you. You cannot take what cannot be broken." She threw the shell into the glowing heart of the spirit. A blinding flash covered the square. For a moment all was silent. Then, when the light faded, Erebo was gone. Only the shell remained, lying quietly on the ground. The people erupted in joy. They lifted Kaima onto their shoulders, praising her as their savior. Drums beat until morning, songs filled the air, and for the first time, Kaima felt truly seen and loved. The next day, the chief called her before the village. "From today, you are not just Kaima. You are Kaima the Seer, daughter of the cowrie shell, protector of Anyasi." The people shouted her name, and even the warriors bowed their heads to her. Though celebrated, Kaima still remembered her past. The scars of her childhood would never fully leave, but she now understood her gift. Her pain had prepared her heart to carry the struggles of others. She was not cursed, she was chosen. In time, she would leave Anyasi to help other villages, but her story remained. Children grew up acting out the night she defeated Erebo. Women wore shells in their hair as a symbol of love and resilience. And every festival, the drums of Anyasi carried her name, reminding everyone that even in sorrow, one can rise and shine, like light in the darkness. And so, the orphan Kaima, once abandoned and despised, became a legend whose story was told across the land for generations.